You're making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a steak and going to Vegas.
The #1 poker internet show is now on the radio. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk poker news, entertainment, and have lots of Sin City surprises. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free. 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now, let's bring on the hosts going all in. Here is Mark Hoke.
Yeah, they let me back in here again. They're crazy. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because some people are paying the bills, so that's a good thing. Hey, thanks for being with us here on the Mark Hoke Show. We are thrilled to have you on here on KLAV, 12:30 a.m., the talk of Las Vegas. Dan is scaring me over here. Dan Mikulski of Pokerati is just staring me down like, you're a little wired from coming in here right under the wire, aren't you? You were really close.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. Glad to hear. It's just funny. The rule for poker players is you got to tell them to come a half hour early because they usually show up late. So we try to get everybody in here in time, and it's always fun. It's an entertaining experience. Tim sees it.
I missed the donuts though.
There were no donuts.
Oh, okay.
There were no donuts.
Then I didn't miss anything. Then all the good stuff is happening right now.
No, we passed out gold bricks to our other guests that got here on time, but you missed out, Dan, so sorry about that. Well, we have an amazing panel here for you today. Fresh from Mexico and kind of cold over here is Katie Stone. Katie from the Grindettes, how are you?
Hola. How are you guys?
Very good, thank you. Good to see you again.
Thanks.
Pokerati's own Dan Mikulski. Dan.
It's a cold Vegas winter day here.
It is.
Very, not necessarily a bad thing. It's a refreshing change here in Vegas.
I kept my old Penn State pullover on because I was a little chilly out in the lobby today. I had to cover it up. I told my wife today, I said, would you like to take 20 degrees from June 28th and put it on here? And she said, no, why would I want to do that? I said, you'll find out on June 28th. Of course, very special guest we have in the studio, the sharp-dressed man. Look, this guy, I'll tell you what, I just want his wardrobe. That's it. The Duke of Fremont Street joining us here as well. Duke, what's up?
Hi, Mark. How you guys doing?
Very well, thank you. Happy to have you here as well. And,
it's my honor and pleasure.
Well, you probably not.
So far,
yeah, so far. Well, hey, we want to thank you for being with us on the Mark Hoke Show. And, of course, we are powered by BlueRail.net, our website provider for RogueWire.com. Make sure you check them out if you need any website work done or hosting. Also, good friends of Blind Squirrel Apparel, Off-Tilt Poker Tables, Team Poker Joker, Doug Hull's book, Poker Plays You Can Use, Final 9 Comic, Arctic Blue Cooling Towels, Double-Digit Covers, 3Bet Clothing, and, of course, RogueWire.com. Make sure you guys check out all those great sponsors. It's Christmas time. Buy things. Please. Dan, that's important, right?
Without a doubt. But don't go like crawling all over each other, beating each other up, stabbing, all that sort of stuff. We don't want that kind of Black Friday mayhem for the sponsors of the Mark Hoke Show, I would presume.
Yeah, let's try to avoid that. We don't need any pain, blues, and suffering on the show. It's all happy here in Pokerland, right?
So impressive studio, by the way. I mean, I don't mean to reveal what's behind the curtain too much here, but you never cease to impress. Whether it's at the World Series and now this is my first time seeing your Vegas digs here, so I'm impressed.
Well, thank you. I didn't build it, but I appreciate it. They're crazy enough to let me use it for an hour. So, but this is gonna be a great show. We have a lot of news to get to first. Boy, there's a ton of stuff happening. So let's get to the read. Tim, how about it?
Scanning the poker tables from around the world. This is The Read, brought to you by PokerNews.com.
That's just our special moment, isn't it, Tim? It really is. All right, let's check out what's going on in the poker world. A lot happening right now. Of course, the Party Poker WPT in Montreal is going on. Jonathan Little, unfortunately, eliminated in 7th place. He was looking for his 3rd World Poker Tour title, but it comes up a little bit short. But that is always up there, insane in Montreal. I could try to say that in some way that would sound like English, but we'll just go with what I did. It's because they speak French. I'm confused.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
Right.
this is an English only show though, right?
At the moment.
Okay.
At the moment. But right now, Antoine Berube is leading the way up there. Some other notables that you guys know. Hey, Makul Pahuja, Vinny's, I believe that's Vinny's brother, doing well.
He's always doing well.
Oh, he's the Pahujas are
Nothing
awesome.
new.
They are awesome. Amir Babakani, I can't even say his name today. Well, he's on the Champions Club. He's left in there as well. Griffin Banger, who's been having a great year, is also on the board there too. So keeping an eye on what's happening up there in Montreal as they're getting ready to finish that up. And that is always nuts up there with that new area, staging area that they have at the playground. The scene up there is nuts, especially to get a French Canadian going off.
How long have they been doing this event in Montreal? I thought this is a relatively new event. No?
It is fairly new, but they've actually booked 2 events up there now because it was so successful. So keep an eye on what's going on with the World Poker Tour. Out on the WSOP circuit, this is one Katie and I know very well. Brian O'Donohue takes down his 3rd ring, and we all know Brian very well. Of course, I covered Brian at the Borgata Open that he went actually back-to-back events with 1 hour's sleep, winning 2 events to get the job done, and Brian now has won his 3rd circuit ring. And you know Brian very well, Katie.
Yeah, I know Brian. I mean, I don't know him that well. He's definitely a friend, and he's good friends with like Jamie and Jen. But yeah, like I tweeted to him this morning. I just said, "Who knew you were such a beast?" Like, I had no idea he was. But yeah, 3 rings. Anybody who can win multiple live poker tournaments is a hero as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
it's
Brian,
really hard to win.
He's one of the great up-and-coming young players. Of course, came up 1 spot short of a bracelet at the World Series. Lost out to Barney Boatman, a name that we all know well from the Hendon mob, in an incredible scene there at the World Series. But I'm sure that bracelet's coming soon for Brian. But keep an eye on him. We also had some World Series of Poker news over the past couple of weeks. First, the Horseshoe Cleveland once again fails to put things together, and they have now moved that circuit event from Cleveland to St. Louis in the Lumiere Place in St. Louis. So apparently they couldn't quite get the accommodations squared up there in the circuit event. So off to St. Louis they go. Dan, that's got to be a disappointment for the guys in Cleveland for the 2nd time now losing that event.
Yeah, when was the Cleveland event supposed to be, and when's the St. Louis event that's replacing it?
St. Louis event will now be March 20th through the 31st. So I believe the event was around the same time.
Yeah, it's it is a bummer, obviously, when there were players, I'm sure, who had plans that were excited, ready to go, and having to go all the way to St. Louis if they're going to make that trek is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. So, well, tough break for the Horseshoe Cleveland, but off to St. Louis for everybody. A nice little stop.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
We'll be okay there. We also had one of the craziest things that I've ever heard happen at a live poker tournament. Scott Clements, can you believe this guy? Playing at a live tournament in Vancouver at the WSOP Circuit main event, was playing day 1B. He gets knocked out of the tournament, but in the meantime, while he was playing, just for fun, he takes down the PokerStars Hotter $55 event and the PokerStars Sunday 500 while at a poker table at the River Rock Casino and Resort in Vancouver. Dude, can you believe that?
The guy's got talent.
That is unreal.
Yeah, this happened a few weeks ago. I remember when it happened. There was a thread on 2+2 celebrating this, that he literally was sitting at the poker table with a laptop and just final tabling Sunday majors like it's no big deal. I mean, for people who don't understand, like, to win the Sunday 500 and to win the Hot 55 in the same day is just against all odds. There's just no way you can explain it. The Sunday 500 is one of the toughest tournaments you can play in online poker. So it's a pretty big accomplishment to win that. And just to win both of them is just, he's a beast.
I'm thinking just the manual dexterity required to manipulate a computer as well as your chips. I mean, forget the actual playing of the cards. I mean, that's just got to be hard to juggle, like all that action.
It's amazing. That is one of the great accomplishments, I think, of 2013. Maybe go a little bit under the radar, but that is something special to do that. I mean, dude, can you imagine sitting there playing poker online and a live tournament at the same time, especially in a caliber tournament like that?
There's no way I could do that. I can tell you that. I can't even keep up with a live game. So, I'm totally over my pay grade on that one.
Oh, you're a little better than that. Come on.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm still wiggling. So
Imagine the excitement though, as as you're getting into the money, and then the final, working towards the final table. I mean, like these two separate tournaments, running parallel to each other. I mean, that's just the ups and downs. You might get a bad beat in the online event, but then you laid a bad beat on somebody else in the live event. That's got to be it's a whole new world, I guess you could say.
Katie, that would make my brain explode.
Yeah, I mean, it actually, it was pretty common pre-Black Friday to see poker players, like in like bigger, like WPTs, like 5Ks and 3,500s and 10Ks, especially if it was on a Sunday. It was pretty common to see, pros playing online. Sometimes the casinos have a problem with it. Like every casino is different. Every tournament director is going to allow something different. I know Borgata does allow it because I've done it myself. But it's something that we'll start to see more and more with online poker coming back into the U.S.
Have you had any double success?
I haven't. No, I'm definitely not as good as Big Risky, but hopefully I'll have the chance to final table a Sunday major while playing Borgata in the next couple months.
Which one paid more money?
What did he make? He made $26,000 on the $55 tournament, $74,000 on the Sunday 500, but I think he got knocked out of the. He busted out of the event at the WSOP. So, so he could have stayed home and done that.
Oh, okay. I thought he was winning. I thought you were saying he was winning both these at the same time.
No, he won the two online tournaments while he was playing. So
I got it. He didn't
win the live tournament.
Oh, okay.
No.
That would have been unreal.
Seriously. So we're not totally in a whole new world yet. We don't have that level of poker athlete that is capable of winning the live and the online at the same time.
Well, what I want to see him now do is play the live tournament, win an online tournament, and play successful Rochambeau while doing all at the same time. Little rock, scissors, paper going on over there. See if we could pull it off. I thought that would be kind of funny. You guys didn't like that?
I don't know what that game is.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Nope.
My gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
He's still speaking French, because of the Montreal.
Yeah,
the Montreal
I went
event.
Rochambeau on everybody. I do apologize on that. So great accomplishment there for Scott Clemens. Now, one of the biggest news, and we didn't get to touch on this on last week's show, but I want to make sure we talk about this for a little bit. And I think it's a very interesting situation, again, with the World Series of Poker. They have now taken the WSOP Asia Pacific and the WSOP Europe and have decided to alternate years they're going to be holding these events instead of doing one, both of them in the same year. They're going to switch them off. And Dan, I figured this would be up your wheelhouse a little bit. Is this a good move or a more of a necessary move given the numbers that showed up at those events?
Yeah, I think it's a strategic move. I mean, why would they make that change? The World Series wants to be worldwide. They're still saying they're worldwide, but they're making a decision on a shift of resources, and because it's just whether it's staff that they've got to put in place, whether it's marketing efforts, and I don't know. I can't help but see it. I don't have any inside information confirming this, but it just seems to me kind of the same way that PokerStars has been kept out of the U.S. I mean, any attempt to come into the U.S. has been snuffed out by somebody, whether it be regulators, whether it be whoever it might be. I kind of feel it's the same way that the WSOP is making a choice to go, you know what, let's not compete in Europe right now. That's kind of PokerStars territory. And who knows what sort of blowback they're getting in trying to make certain accommodations with hotels and with money transfers and all those types of things that go into putting on a big live event. So, they've basically bought themselves some time, but really, why would they want to do it every other year? Why would they not want to do it every year in both places?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more behind this than just the logistics, and we're trying to just change things up a little bit. That the numbers of players coming in definitely too low for both of these series without question, and certainly this, like you brought up, the situation competing with the EPT, it's just hasn't worked out. So WSOP's having to pull it back a little bit. All right. Well, hey, we have to get to a commercial break, and we come back, we're going to get to talk to the Duke of Fremont Street, who has just been amazing, crazy, wild couple of years here for the man. So we're going to talk to him right after the break. Thanks for joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today. Want to be a millionaire? Then see if you can become fantasy sports royalty in the 2013 Fantasy Football Millionaire Grand Final at DraftKings.com. Play for free or in paid contests for real money, plus games last one day, so there's no long-term commitment. Thousands of winners have won over 10 million prizes on DraftKings.com, and now it's your turn to cash in. Go to DraftKings.com right now, enter the promo code HOKE, and get a 100% deposit bonus and a free entry into the Millionaire Grand Final qualifier. So don't wait. Crown yourself the king of fantasy sports at DraftKings.com.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Win your share of $50,000 in cash and prizes and get into the game for free with the Nevada Poker League. NPL has 17 locations in the Las Vegas area for you to play poker with your friends and neighbors. New season starts early October. Find a location near you at NevadaPokerLeague.com and get in the action tonight.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, and we are back on the Mark Hoke Show. And yeah, I am Mark Hoke. Amazing how that works, isn't it? Thanks for joining us here on KLAV. We certainly appreciate you tuning in wherever you are, out there on the internet on KLAV1230am.com or on your radio dial here in Las Vegas. We certainly appreciate it. Of course, don't forget, you can sign up for those podcasts. Go to Podbean or iTunes. We're out there with all our great shows here and on RogueWire.com as well. Plus, big announcements coming in the next week or two. I am very excited, but I gotta keep it secret. Shh.
Just whisper it.
Don't tell anybody. I know, because I know you'll tell. You'll tell Dan.
Can we start guessing?
No.
Okay.
Katie knows.
I know, because I'm special.
Yeah,
Oh,
she is.
now I
She's
feel
pretty special.
At first, I was ready to play along.
She
but
is
now I feel
much
left out.
Sorry, she's a lot cuter than you are, Dan. I apologize.
I don't know.
Love the polka dots.
Yeah, everybody's looking sharp in here except me. I'm just, I don't know. But we want to get some time to talk to the Duke of Fremont Street, who very graciously took the time to come in today. Certainly do appreciate it. So, Duke, of course, you're a Vegas legend now. Tell everybody. Sorry, he got me. Tell everybody a little bit, if they don't know about you, how you became the Duke of Fremont Street.
Well, I was always the Duke of Fremont Street. They just never called me that. I'm from Missouri originally, and I grew up on the Mississippi River. I was born on the Mississippi River, and I was a Mississippi Riverboat gambler back in the day when poker wasn't really vogue. It was back room, back alley, bring a knife, bring a gun type of thing. We've changed and come a long way.
Just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So how did you take over Fremont Street when you got here?
Well, it was a gradual thing. I've been in Vegas quite some time, and I've actually lived here a couple of times. And I always gravitated towards downtown, although all of Las Vegas is my beloved Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. My heart and soul belongs downtown. And one night I was celebrating my birthday at the Glitter Gulch, where all people celebrate their birthdays. And I was dubbed by Roberto Mercer, who's an excellent poker player himself and life coach, as the Duke of Fremont Street, and it stuck. So I'm going with it.
You play it up, too.
Why not?
You don't hesitate, man. I mean, the wardrobe, the cars, the attitude, everything you do is Fremont Street. There's no question about it.
Well, I've done that all my life. It's just we didn't have a tag to it. So now we're tagging that, the Duke of Fremont Street, which is a trademark name.
Oh, there you go. Wow. He's on it. This man is on it, I'll tell you what.
Well, I mean, you can tell, I mean, just by the whole package presented, I mean, Mark, you're dressed for radio, with all due respect, right? So,
well, I got the collared shirt on under here. I do.
But so I mean, you can't just, this can't come out of nowhere. Like this has to come from the inside, I suppose.
Yeah, it certainly does. The passion that you bring to everything that you do, poker or not. I mean, everybody knows and loves you to death. And I know when the recent incident that happened to you certainly struck a lot of people in the poker world. Tell everybody a little bit about the assault and what took place with that.
Well, I buy and sell a lot of things. I'm known as a treasure hunter, and I've literally gone around the entire planet, 6 of the 7 continents, hunting treasure. And generally when I'm doing that, I'm taking money with me, so I'm always on my guard. Ironically, in Primm, Nevada, which is in Clark County, not far from Las Vegas, Nevada, I was doing a transaction at Whiskey Pete's, one of the hotels down there. And the couple that I had contracted to do the work with, they set me up and tried to murder me. They kidnapped me. They tortured me. They robbed me, and left me for dead.
That's unbelievable. And you were in the hospital for how long?
Well, I went to a couple of the local hospitals, the trauma care here at right there on right off the 15 at UMLV. And it was like they were putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. I was a real mess. I've seen some of the photos of what I look like, and just out of respect for everybody, I wouldn't want to show them what that was. It was much more gruesome than what you'd see in one of these horror movies.
Oh my God, it was an unreal story that came out. But one of the weird things was the follow through after the legal proceedings started, because everything got delayed and delayed and delayed before you finally got these guys put away. What was that time period like for you, as you were convalescing but also dealing with the legal issues and waiting for this thing to finally be resolved?
Well, I was kind of under a gag order because we didn't want to taint the jury pool. So for 3+ years, I'm keeping my mouth shut about something that was very personal to me, and I wasn't allowed to really go into the details of the story. So I finally got some closure when they convicted and sentenced these culprits, and I've decided to take that chapter and close it, move on with my life.
Yeah, well, I can tell you on behalf of the poker community, we're glad everything worked out. We're happy justice got served too, and that you're doing okay. So
thank you very much.
God
Mark.
bless you.
Thank you so much.
Well, of course, you're very active in the poker community here in Las Vegas, and we just a little while ago finished up your great charity event, the Pinstripes and Polka Dots event, which was a rousing success. Tell everybody a little bit about the event and how that turned out.
Well, we had our 3rd annual Pinstripes and Polka Dots down at the Golden Nugget downtown in Las Vegas. And the Pinstripes and Polka Dots poker tournament benefits the Clark County Museum Guild, which in turn gives the cash to the Clark County Museum. which is down on Boulder Highway. The Clark County Museum is all about preserving the heritage, culture, and history of Las Vegas, Nevada, which is a very dear subject to me. So I felt it was very appropriate to be the host to this event.
Now, this isn't just your average show up and hang out charity poker event. Okay, everybody. I mean, I had to swing down from work and get that, and I was not dressed up at all. I managed to find a shirt that had some small pinstripes on it, but this is a full gangster type dress up gala that you have in there. It's an unbelievable thing to see.
Now you sound like the DA again. No, it wasn't really gangster. It's more of a vintage event. So, you know, if a guy puts on a fedora and spats, all of a sudden it's a gangster. No, it's not a gangster.
So
It's
says the guy
vintage.
who we've seen on a billboard holding a machine gun.
Well, don't hate. Participate. I am the spokesperson to the gun shows. My idea of gun control is practice, practice, practice. And I don't care who knows it. I take no prisoners.
There you go. But I mean, everybody came in dressed up to the tees in their, you know, vintage clothes. I mean, you're in here right now, all set up, got the fedora. I mean, looking good. I mean, it was an amazing night. You know, that event is starting to become a real fixture in the poker community here in Las Vegas for sure.
Well, I certainly hope so. It's a wonderful cause, and I've had a blessed life and charmed life, and I feel good with philanthropy, and it's a cause that I've attached myself to, and I intend in the future to do some more charitable events. I think it's good for everybody.
Yep, and Golden Nugget very gracious to host that event, and you know, obviously played host pretty well, I would imagine. So
I love those guys down there. They're very cooperative, and they've always been very open and receptive, and they offered the ballroom to us. So Johnny Colville, Johnny Ace, that runs the whole department, he's been a longtime friend for years and years, back in the old days when we were the Downtown Boys. He was one of the original guys, so he's doing a great job over there at the Nugget, and hope to see him again tonight.
The Downtown Boys. Who were the Downtown Boys? I got to hear about this.
Well, we were the group that started the No Limit poker here in Las Vegas. I remember back in the day, I would go to some of the casinos that I will not mention at this time, and I approached them with the idea of playing No Limit poker, and they said, "Oh, no, that will never happen. We're never going to have No Limit at this town." And today, if you didn't have No Limit poker, you're not going to have a poker room. So you either have a limit mentality or a no limit mentality, and I've always been a no limit player. And you know, you just shove the stack and hope for the best.
Yep. And of course, now you have another event going on at the Golden Nugget tonight, and this is very interesting. This is the Duke's 50 caliber single table tourney games going on. Tell everybody a little bit about this. This is a very unique concept.
Well, a few months ago, I posted on Facebook and Twitter. I love social media. I think it's the one of the great things of the modern era. Anyway, I posted that I was not really too crazy about the tournament structures today. I thought they were very youth-oriented and youth-biased, and I hold to that contention. I feel that otherwise, why are 20-plus-year-olds winning every year? And the guys that have been around, like me, they've been playing 40 years. You know, we don't even get a piece of that action. It's not sour grapes. There's always skill involved. There's always a little luck involved. But I think young people are more designed to sit for 14-hour sessions than old people are. And I consider myself an old people. So I wanted to do something about that. So I proposed one of these quick shoot up, shoot 'em out type of tournaments. And it's never going to replace the structure that we have now, but I think it'll be a nice little viable alternative. I have a lot of little ideas that some have been, the Nugget was very receptive to this. And I appreciate the fact that they're going to give it a shot tonight.
So
no pun.
So it's a $50 buy-in.
Yeah, you got to love
on
that.
The shootout, and you're playing 50 hands.
That's correct. That's it. 50 hands, and that's it. And then it's so funny because I'm a very low-tech person. They sent me the structure, the Nugget Johnny Ace did. And I still am trying to figure out how to open that thing. So I guess I'll find out like everybody else tonight what the structure is.
You got me thinking about like what kind of strategy goes into like, you know, at hand number 40 versus 42, you know? I mean, there are other places that you make moves that you wouldn't normally make moves in a, you know, in an all or nothing type of tournament.
Well, Dan, you know, I'm going to have to get busy. I'm known in the poker world as a very cautious person. I've been quoted more than once to say that I never gamble with my money, only with my life. And there's a lot of truth to that. So when it comes to the money, I'm going to have to get busy tonight because we only have 50 hands to work with. So any opportunity I think you'll have to take advantage of in order to be successful in that small game.
So just the top chip stacks at the end are the ones that get the money.
I should know that, but once again, I couldn't open the. Johnny is the final guy, is Johnny Ace there at the Nugget, how the structure runs. So I assume that's the case. And then I said, why don't we leave it a flat? In other words, instead of increasing the blinds like they do in the traditional. And he said, oh, no, we're going to increase blinds. I said, okay, whatever you want to do. Because I'm typically known as a cash player, not a very good one, but a cash player. And so tournaments are something that I haven't done as much as like the other people in this room.
Are you going to do it more than once, or is that to be determined depending on how it goes tonight?
Well, everything's based on numbers, and hopefully it'll be a good turnout. All we really need is me and one other person. We'll have a shootout.
As I say, I asked because I'm not going to be able to make it tonight, but it sounds really interesting.
Oh,
It sounds
Dan.
like kind of event. I know that's some dead money that's not going to be in the prize pool.
I was
but-
kind of thinking along those lines.
But it sounds like a very intriguing idea, and I'm really curious to see how it plays out. It seems like there could be a lot of I could see a lot of reasons why this structure could take hold.
It's going to be a gunfight. Basically, it's going to be a gunfight. So we're not going to go into a marathon run. It's going to be a sprint. And once again, I've been on the planet a long time. That's one of my greatest accomplishments, that I'm taking breaths at this time. And so I want to take the edge away from these young bloods that are just absolutely devastating the old timers like me.
Katie, what do you think of that format?
Yeah, I just listening, I think it sounds pretty interesting. But I think what you would find is the young players would find ways to become very good at this type of structure very quickly, because
They're insane. That's why.
it's a set it's a set number of hands, so that kind of adds like a little bit of a different dynamic to the tournament. I think it would be really fun. I'd like to play it.
I can see you sitting over there, and you got a twinkle in your eye when you heard this. I can tell you want to go down to the Golden Nugget tonight, don't you?
It sounds pretty interesting. It might. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the structure though, because I'm not sure that just a flat structure would work in something like that, because it might take a long time, But I'd be interested to actually open the PDF and see.
Yeah,
Well,
send it to me on the break. We'll take a look at it.
What was I thinking? I'm not a computer whiz.
Hey, if you had the email on your phone, send it to me on my phone. We'll take a look at it on the break.
I probably
That'll
do.
work. There we go. Done. Boom. Well, speaking of great games, we all know what time it is. It's time for my guests to go through their weekly torture. It is the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
It's time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day.
And of course, don't forget to make sure you pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towels, because even if it's cold outside, you're still doing stuff inside, working out, doing your thing, You need an Arctic Blue cooling towel. Go to arcticblu.com. Put in the code Mark Hoke Show. You're going to get 15% off plus free shipping. It is a great gift for anybody. And don't forget, it's going to be summer in Vegas before you know it. You're going to need them. And hopefully we're going to see a lot of this floating around at the World Series this year. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today. Now, in honor of the Duke of Fremont Street, of course, we always play a game to kind of reference our super featured guest of the day. So we're going to play a game called Put Up Your Dukes. Duke's already loving it. This is going to be really simple. There have been many famous Dukes other than the Duke of Fremont Street in this great world of ours in the past, and we're going to see how well you guys know your Dukes. Dan's tapping the mic. He's ready to go. He's excited.
I am.
You love trivia. I'm ready for you here. So we will take turns asking you guys a question. I will give you a fact about a famous Duke or something Duke related.
Duke of Earl.
And you will need.
I'm sorry, I buzzed in too quickly there.
And you will need to answer that question. So, Katie, I'm going to start with you. Since Katie, by the way, I have to mention this. This is only the second time this has ever happened in any of my shows. There is a dog in the studio.
Oh, yeah, Riley. She's here.
Riley is here.
We were on our way from the vet. We came in from Mexico last night and had an early morning vet appointment. So
I was not attacked by this dog yet, so that's good. So, Katie, here's your Duke question.
Okay.
This comic strip dog has shown bigger is better since 1954 and hit the big screen in 2010.
And I have to say what dog it is.
Yeah, what's the dog's name?
I have zero idea.
No idea. Dan, can you steal this one?
I'm going to go with Duke.
Incorrect.
Oh, wait a minute. I do
Oh, wait.
know the answer.
I got to give it to Duke. I got to give it to the Duke here. Duke, can you pick this one up?
Marmaduke?
I think it's Marma.
No, Marmaduke.
Something like
Katie gets it on the second rotation. We'll give Katie a point on that.
Stole it.
All right. Nah, I can't. You know what? I'm going to save this one. Okay, Dan, here's your first question. This Duke University basketball coach has led the Blue Devils to 4 national titles, plus has won Olympic gold.
College basketball, not my thing. Rick Pitino.
Incorrect. Duke.
I am totally clueless.
No?
Mike Krzyzewski.
Mike Krzyzewski is correct. Wow, I cannot talk today. What is going on? Katie's on the board with 2. Duke, here's your question. This 1962 doo-wop and soul single by Gene Chandler was #1 for 3 weeks and listed as one of the top 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, according to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Duke of Earl. Thanks, Dan.
Bam. Thanks, Dan.
I was just ahead of my time.
Dan, that was going to be your question.
I know. Again, I've got grounds for protest here already, so I'm keeping track of this sort of stuff. So
I had that ready for you, and you blew it. So tough break. All right, Katie. This legendary jazz artist and orchestral leader.
Duke Ellington.
Wow. Didn't even blink an eye on that. Such memorable songs as Take the A Train and It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. Duke Ellington is correct. Katie's got 3 of these already. You guys are hurting a little bit.
We're in a heap of trouble.
Rigged.
I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest person in this studio, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The prettiest.
Maybe not.
Well, I'm kind of pretty. No, but anyway. Here we go. Dan. Known for his tough and gritty movie roles, this actor nicknamed the Duke. Yep, there you go. John Wayne. Didn't you?
Okay, I'm on the board. Nice.
I should make you let me. I'm writing these questions. You guys are killing me. Of course, Academy Award for True Grit. Real name Marion Morrison. It is John Wayne. Duke.
Sir.
Duke, here's your Duke question.
Sir.
Got the Dukes up? You ready to go, Duke?
I'm going to give it a shot.
How many times can I say Duke in a sentence? What do you think?
As many as you want.
I could. It's my show. Bo and Luke constantly outsmarted Roscoe P. Coltrane while driving the General Lee on this 70s TV classic.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
Correct. We have Katie with 3.
Do you remember the name of the dog in that show?
Snack?
Close.
No.
Flash.
Flash. Oh, yep, that's right. I tried to forget it. Actually, I was a big Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Then Knight Rider came along, and then your Dukes of Hazzard viewing probably just tapered off, I imagine.
Catherine Bach kept my attention, though. She did a very good job. Katie's got 3. The Duke has 2. Dan has 1.
Rigged.
Katie. This wisecracking, hyper-masculine tough guy was blowing up stuff on your video game consoles from 1991 through 2011.
Blowing up stuff?
Uh-huh. A video game character. No?
No clue.
No clue. Dan.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. No one's ever asked me to repeat a question before. This wisecracking, hyper-masculine tough guy was blowing up stuff on your video consoles from 1991 through 2011.
Yeah. I'm going to make a guess. Okay. I would have a guess, but no, my guess would be the answer to probably the next question or the following question. So I'll pass.
You pass. Duke, I'll give you a shot at this. What do you got?
Dukealicious. No?
Incorrect. Duke Nukem.
Oh, what was I thinking?
I don't
remember Duke Nukem. What game was Duke Nukem's game?
It's a bunch of games, like Duke Nukem 2, and there's a whole long line of those games. All right, so got him on that. Dan. This L.A. Dodger legend was an 8-time All-Star and inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1980.
Duke Schneider.
You want to take the H out?
Snyder?
There you go. Duke Snyder. Duke, you can tie Katie on this last question.
But you skipped her.
No, she had the Duke Nukem question.
Yeah, I didn't get that one right.
Gotcha. I want to be fair about this.
Rigged.
These are still the greatest style of shorts ever invented as long as they are used properly.
I don't wear shorts. I don't have a clue.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Can we steal this, or
Katie?
do we have to
Katie, it goes to
steal this?
Katie. It goes to you.
Oh, it definitely comes to me.
It
by
comes
default,
to you.
just because I've ordered Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes is correct. Katie Stone, the big winner here on the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool Game of the Day. Way to go, Katie.
Speech.
She knew those Daisy Dukes.
Annie Duke.
You know what? Do you know that I left that one off intentionally? There were many jokes I could have made, but I just decided.
Is it bad that when you mentioned the Dukes of Hazzard, I thought about Jessica Simpson wearing the Daisy Dukes in the movie?
Not Catherine Bach.
Is that really bad?
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're young. It's all right. But you never experienced Daisy Dukes until you saw Catherine Bach in those. They were just incredible.
This is a multi-generational show here. I mean, that is part of the appeal of the Mark Hoke Show, I would think, is that, we've got people who think of Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke. We've got Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke fans, and then we've got pre-Dukes of Hazzard Duke fans. I don't know how to.
What is that?
I'm trying to go to the third generation without making an ageist comment.
Fair enough.
You're talking about Mark now, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I run around in my Daisy Dukes all the time. All right, we got to take another commercial break, and we will be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Katie Stowe, Dan Mikulski, and of course the Duke of Fremont Street join us. Thanks for sticking around. We'll be right back.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com and call now for today's free winner at 1-855-489-3500. That's 1-855-489-3500. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Last summer, I was at the World Series of Poker every day and couldn't walk 2 steps without seeing someone wearing 3Bet clothing. It's super comfortable and stylish, and all their stuff looks amazing. The incredible team of pros who wear 3Bet hats, hoodies, tees, and more are a who's who in poker. All-time greats like Jonathan Little, Doc Sands, Brian Rask, Jason Kuhn, Scott Clements, Greg Mueller, Ben Tollerine, Jeff Gross, and of course, Antonio Esfandiari, all proudly wearing the 3Bet brand. They wear 3Bet clothing because they know that being comfortable and feeling confident is crucial to winning on and off the tables. 3Bet.com has shipped thousands of orders worldwide, and it's time for you to join the 3Bet team just like the pros. Go to the number 3bet.com and receive an added bonus of 15% off with the promo code RADIO. Make that right call. Look and feel like a pro at 3bet.com.
Poker is more fun when you win. Most poker books are too theoretical. They tell you to be more aggressive but give few practical examples. Poker Plays You Can Use by Doug Hull, edited by Ed Miller, has 49 concepts with multiple, clear examples from real, live 1, 2 through 5, 10 games. Each hand is visually represented, explaining which players are vulnerable to these moves. Use discount code KLAV at 3barrelbluff.com to get 25% off your copy. Paper and ebook available.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back here with one of the lovely grindettes, Katie Stone, joining us. Pokerati's Dan Mikulski and the Duke of Fremont Street. What just a pleasant, calm, casual atmosphere. Much different than like when Mike Matusow was in here, for example. A little different vibe.
Were there punches thrown?
No punches, no. No, just a little more silliness and
you
crazy.
Have a good, but you're good at mixing your guests. I've noticed that about you. You have good guest selection, like game selection. Like we were just talking about game selection off the air. You're a good guest selector.
Well, thank you.
Good mixture.
Yeah, we got to have a little fun with
colorful conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of great personalities out there in poker, and some of the people know and some of the people don't, and you gotta show them all off. There's a lot of talent out there.
There's like 5 of them, and you got 3 of them in studio
right
here.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, that's a good show.
Well, Dan, let me ask you for a minute or two about what's going on with Pokerati. Great news site. What's happening?
Well, actually, like we're taking a little bit of a pause. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but like I'm personally stepping back a little bit, and I still want you to go to Pokerati. I mean, there's all sorts of amazing and awesome stuff up there, but just as the industry changes, and for personal reasons, I decided to, I've gone back to school. So I'm in college now at UNLV, and am studying, I'm pursuing a master's in journalism and media studies, but like my study right now is about I'm looking at the relationship between digital media and gamblers in live and online gaming environments, and there's a lot of interesting science behind that. And I think as the online media and social media world continues to evolve, in relation with poker, I think there's just I needed to step away from the grind of trying to break the latest news stories to kind of take a little bit more of a studious look at some of this world that's taking shape.
Well, that's fascinating because right now I think you're seeing a major shift in the way the poker industry is going to be doing business in the next few years. So jumping on something like that, a fantastic idea, really.
Well, there's a lot of evolving media technology as well too. It's I really think we're due for a fascinating time. I mean, we're watching this new landscape take shape like right before our eyes, whether it be the new online sites that are coming online, the states that are coming online, and what we expect to see evolve, and then you mix in some of the handheld technology, and anyways, there's a lot of fascinating stuff. And poker, as I found, again, I'm finishing my freshman semester right now as a graduate student, but it's there's a lot of fascinating stuff when you look at what poker reveals, particularly because of the amount of data that you have. Just literally, like there is a billion hand database of poker hands that there's a lot of information to be gleaned from that.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check out Pokerati.com. It's an awesome site. And, speaking of that, Katie, the changing landscape, you're right in the middle of that too. Trying to figure out where to live and where to go. And a lot of players like you who are online players are trying to piece all of this together. And now with the launch in New Jersey, you're getting an idea of what's going to be happening out there. How do you feel about this scene right now?
Yeah, it's exciting. The Duke of Fremont, one of the first things he asked me when I walked in the building is, "Oh, where do you live?" And my answer was, "Oh, well, that's an interesting question." It's a little bit confusing now just because people are trying to figure out like where they want to be, if they want to be online or live. And but New Jersey has online poker now, and so a lot of people are going to New Jersey. I'm actually headed back to New Jersey on Friday for a couple of months for to see what it's all about and for the holidays and stuff. So it's a really I think exciting is the right word. If you take us now and you look back a couple of years ago, a few months after Black Friday, it's a huge difference. And I never thought that I would get to the point where I'd be excited about online poker in the U.S., but I am. So again,
Well, this is almost kind of like maybe a little trial run for you when you go back there, just to
yeah,
really get a feel for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting. Like I said earlier, I hope that I'll be final tabling a party poker Sunday major in New Jersey while I'm at Borgata playing something. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see the software. I play on party poker in Mexico, and so I'm excited to download the software and see. And Jamie Kerstetter, another grindette, just recently was signed with Party Poker as one of their team pros. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's just really cool. They're doing lots of neat stuff, and hopefully, New Jersey will really embrace the new online culture and online poker and the casinos, and will really get into it and support it. And so many jobs will be created by it, and so it'll be really cool. It's fun.
It's a crazy concept to think of flying to New Jersey to go download software. But
I know
that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Well, and like I even emailed Party Poker from Mexico, and I said, I'm in Mexico. Can I download can I play on New Jersey? I just want to see what they were going to say, just to kind of test it out.
So what was their response?
They said no. Unfortunately, if you're in Mexico, you can't download or play on the. I didn't try to download it, but you can't play on it. So. I wasn't trying to break the rules or anything, but I just want to see what they were going to say. So once I get to New Jersey, I'll download it, and I get to make a new screen name though. That's
there
like
you go.
That's like the funnest thing, Like I started thinking.
So what's it going to be?
I don't know. I got to think about it. I think I'm going to keep it secret though.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Fair enough.
And Duke, of course, you have been in the poker scene for decades now, and seeing all of what has been going on, even just in the last 4 or 5 years. And you've traveled all around the world. What are some of the things that you've seen and are expecting to see maybe in the next couple of years?
Well, poker is a force to be reckoned with. I've been to a lot of the developing countries within the past year or so. I was in Papua New Guinea, and I was visiting a very remote tribe, and they even had the poker symbols on one of their huts, which I thought was very interesting.
Wow. Did you get a picture of that?
They play for human stakes there. I mean, it was just amazing. Yes, it's
dear me.
They play for keeps.
I'm going to pass on that game, I think. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But so what do you think is the future of poker right now? Do you see the online getting nationwide? Where do you think it's all going to end up?
Well, I think you're right on point. I think the future looks very bright for poker. I think the online is definitely going to be a viable option for a lot of people. In the future, it'll be an option for me. I like live action because I like the social interaction. To me, a poker game or a poker table is a microcosm of the universe. And in Vegas, if you don't travel anywhere in the world, which I do, I always come back to my beloved Las Vegas because everybody comes here. And one of my joys of playing poker is interacting with the other players.
Now, speaking of an interaction, you told me something real quick when we on the break that no one has seen you with this fedora off. Okay, now he's in here with headphones on, had to take his fedora off. So what is it like to be showing your head here at the
Well, most people think that I'm going to have the ponytail come off with the fedora, but
it's real, kids.
Yeah, it actually is real. I'm proud of the fact that I still have a head of hair, that I'm not dying, and especially since I was one of the only guys you'll ever meet in the whole world in the 21st century that was scalped. And, that's kind of weird to be scalped to begin with. It's not a good experience, and to survive it. So I don't know if that's a real unlucky thing or a very lucky thing that I did survive it. But, I am proud of the head of hair that I have.
It's very nice.
Thank you
You're
very much.
looking sharp, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Well, I want to thank Katie, Dan, and the Duke for joining us here today on the Mark Hoke Show. What a pleasure it was to have all of you in the studio. We're going to be back next week. We're going to have some more great guests we're lining up. It is going to be an awesome time. And make sure you join us on Sunday on RogueWire.com for my show on there, too. It's certainly appreciated, and a lot of big things happening here shortly. So thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week.